Welcome back to the Smugsy Show. I'm Smugsy, your host, identifying as the Barstool Cougar. Every Wednesday we meet here to talk about important things and important people. This week, we're going to explore whether Kirk Minihane is canceled. Yeah, Kirk Minihane canceled by Bob Murchinson. We're also going to take a look at the Business Insider piece. I have some thoughts about who's the hero, who are the villains. But first, the Smugsy Show is presented to you by Smugsiggies. Sleek and elegant joint ciggies made with all-natural organic cannabis rolled in locally sourced paper. Look for Smugsiggies in the pretty indigo and marigold packs. Okay, first, Kirk Minihane's off the air. You might have heard. Mental leave. And once again, the rumors are that it's Bob Murchinson who caused the latest break. Bob Murchinson is a hedge fund guy who has been trying to silence and cancel Kirk since 2019. I have personal experience with Murchinson. He sent me some emails in 2019 with examples of what he thought were very hateful and offensive speech. Tapes of the show, tapes of the Kirk Minihane show, ads in particular that he found offensive that he was sending to the advertisers for the purpose of them canceling their support for Kirk Minihane and therefore causing him financial ruin. He had been successful in apparently getting Kirk terminated from his job at EEI as the number one sports shock jock morning drive time guy. So Murchison is an enemy of Kirk, and it occurred to me, why is it that some people just can't stand to hear speech, and what speech should be regulated and censored? So in the spirit of commentary and critique, I thought we could listen to a few of the examples that Murchison sent to me. These are the sound files he forwarded to me in an email, and if you'd like to see the emails, you can go to syndicatemedia.net and Smugsy Studio. That's syndicatemedia with a C.net. In Smugsy Studio, you can read the emails from Murchison and see the references to the links, and you can be the judge for yourself. Who we need to worry about, Kirk Minihane or this guy? So this is some of the few examples of what Murchison thinks.
No more pharmaceuticals represented than Roman. They're the most pharmaceutical company in America today. That's impressive. Plain and simple. And I don't want to hear about fucking. I don't want to hear about coming. I don't want to hear about two-pump chump or Getroman himself. Mm-hmm. If you go to getroman.com/Kirk today, that's the only way to pronounce it, getroman.com/Kirk today, you'll get pharmaceuticals up ass. Ooh. More pharmaceuticals, the kind of pharmaceuticals that go up your ass and it takes you longer to ejaculate, ironically.
Also, ironically, I feel like this is not sticking to the topic. No, this might be the issue.
I don't think that in the asshole is a recommended usage of the Get Roman wipes.
Right. So now we're in a cultural war.
Oh, now I get it.
What?
They probably have a problem with us saying, rub it on your arm, fucking. Now I understand.
You wipe it
it's
on your dick.
It's not recommended.
Okay, but now we're at the point where we're in this culture telling people not what to do with the wipes they bought themselves. They own them.
Well, they can do it.
Yeah, but as a pharmacy brand, they can't recommend that you eat the wipes.
I think you should. You should wipe it on your eyeball.
No, that might.
What? I'm telling other fans right now to eat them and see what happens. Fucking eat them right now. You think it's weird? I forget which celebrity. Do you think it's strange when celebrity women tweet out that they eat the placebo and stuff?
Oh yeah, that seems odd.
Did you catch that last part? Do you think it's weird that celebrity women, when they tweet out that they eat the placebo? That's funny. But I think Murchison was more focused on the earlier repartee between Kirk and Steve and Blind Mike about these wipes. And is that speech, in your mind, hateful and offensive, worthy of being censored, worthy of canceling Kirk, or was it pretty funny? Reasonable people could disagree, and this is America, so fuck Bob Murchinson. This is another example of what he considers to be offensive hate speech. This is something he also sent, apparently, to advertisers.
I have it many times.
Pig. All right. Anyway, so Manscaped, we love it. First of all, plain and simple. You don't want to be chopping your fucking dick off or your balls while you're shaving. Nobody wants to cut their dick off while they're shaving. That seems like a terrible thing to happen. And by the way, if people aren't using Manscaped, I've seen this story. I see this 15, 20 times a day. Guys are shaving their fucking balls and cut their dicks off.
All the time.
It's an epidemic. Like,
Yes.
It happens all the time, every
COVID.
single day. And we're in a world now where I don't need to prove it. It happens.
Right,
I'm just
it just
telling you
happened.
that. If you don't believe me,
Manscaped is trying to put a stop to
yeah,
it.
if you don't believe me, you're anti that, and we'll fucking shame you. So there you go. With Manscaped, you will never cut your dick off. You'll never cut your balls off. You'll never even fucking bleed. Not a drip. Not a drip. If you drip a drop of blood, bring it in here. Mike will fucking lick it. He'll put it all over his fucking face, and it'll stay on his face for a month. Right, Mike?
You're damn right.
Good. 20% off free shipping with the code Kirk at manscaped.com. The best below-the-belt grooming there is. They've been, again, almost a day one sponsor, Manscaped, very early on. Very loyal to the Minifans as well. 20% off and free shipping with the code Kirk at manscaped.com. And when it's Manscaped week, it means one thing. Steve's getting some dick pics. Plain and simple.
Big Steve 207.
That's
for
right.
those of you on
Yes,
Twitter.
or at Kirk Min Show, right?
That's right. Yes.
Yes, direct message. Steve, pictures of your dick, nice and shaved. Steve will look at them and then send you one in kind, correct?
Yes.
Good. Simple. There you go. 20% off. Free shipping the code Kirk at manscaped.com. 20%.
So Murchinson sent me these, and his intent was to persuade me to, I guess, have a fit, to stomp my feminist feet and join in on canceling Kirk Minihane. But instead, I went on to be the token intellectual of the Kirk Minihane Show, and now, as you know, identify as the Barstool Cougar because I believe in free speech and a sense of humor and an apple pie in America. So, Kirk, Godspeed. Get back out here. The culture wars need you, and fuck Bob Murchinson. Okay, you heard it here on the Smugsy Show. Now on to the hit piece that Business Insider did on Dave Portnoy, the Carla Black article. Is it Carla Black? Julia Black. This is the Business Insider story that reported Dave Portnoy likes to choke and apparently spit in women's mouths as for fun and whatever floats your boat. But many of you know Smugsy serves as sort of a couple of different roles. One of them is president of the Cougars, which is the exclusive Barstool fan club for women who like dogs. They took a stand on the story early on, immediately issuing an emergency press release that said, quote, "Hookups are for sluts. The Cougars stand with Dave Portnoy. Fuck Business Insider." That was a statement by the Cougars, and I have a little bit different take personally. I certainly am a spokesperson for the Cougars and stand with the press release that the organization made as a leading activist women's organization that comments on Barstool Sports. But I just wanted to personally say that I've lost some respect for Dave Portnoy. He's fallen off his pedestal in my view. But, that doesn't mean there's not opportunities for redemption. But I think it's undisputable that he's failed the standards that his mother has set for him. And he might be honest. He brags about being honest. But I don't care how honest you are. If you're choking and spitting at 19-year-olds, it's bad news. It's creepy. And so Dave Portnoy's off his pedestal. He's not the all-American guy we want him to be. We lost a little respect, but, everybody loves a comeback story. So I have faith that Comeback Dave is going to come out ahead. And Gloria Steinem, I'm sure one of Dave Portnoy's mentors, Gloria Steinem is known for saying that a pedestal is as much a prison as any small confined space. So, Dave Portnoy, you've fallen off your pedestal because choking 19-year-old girls is not classy. But this gives you an opportunity to grow, to be a better man, And in reality, just quit the choking and the spitting and the hooking up. It's bad news. And your mother deserves better. You've failed to live up to the standards that she set for you, but there's opportunity for redemption, and we're on your side here on the Smugsy Show. But Dave Portnoy is not the only bad guy in that story. The only bad villain in the story. Let's face it, the sisters and friends of Allison, the young girl, the 19-year-old, they were not good big sisters or good friends. If you look in the article, Allison says it was her sister's idea. Allison's sister, Olivia, who had recently graduated from college, told Insider that some of her friends were sending Portnoy direct messages, attempting to get the mogul's attention, but he wasn't giving them the time of day. Then they realized that her 19-year-old sister, Allison, might be more his type. They said, "You should reach out to him. He likes younger girls." And he completely took the bait, Olivia said. "He was much more interested in her than my 22-year-old friends." Oh, nice big sister there, Olivia. And the friends, Allison says, about a week later, the friends dropped her off. "I was definitely pushed by my friends." And then she goes on to talk about he kept spitting in my mouth, which was really gross. And it does sound kind of gross. And so, Dave, knock off the spitting and the hooking up and the choking, and you'll, I think you'll feel better. I think you'll feel better. You'll feel better about yourself, and it's about karma. But the hero that's not mentioned are the parents of the influencer. Okay, Ava Louise's parents, they're quoted at the very end of the story. Okay, they're the heroes. Ava Louise wanted to be famous. She communicated with Dave. She said, "I want to be famous so bad. I'd be so good at it." This is while they're DMing about hooking up, And Dave said, "Oh, I'm a good start then." And Ava Louise was about to rendezvous with Stool Presidente for the purposes of hooking up so that she could be famous when her parents found out. And they did what every good parent in suburban America should do, and that is, they said, "If you hook up with Dave Portnoy, we're not paying for college." And that really freaked her out. She says her parents were really freaked out by it when they found out she was thinking of meeting up with Dave Portnoy and threatened to stop paying for her college if she followed through. Today, she's grateful for their intervention. So go parents who are, threat. Use the threats. Use whatever it takes. Keep your girls away from 40-year-olds who like to choke and spit and hook up. Hookups are for losers. I don't care what you say. That's my advice. Hookups are for losers. Hookups are for sluts. Stop hooking up. Start, making love. And that's it for today's Smugsy Show. I hope you'll follow me on Twitter at SmugsyGirl. Subscribe to the show. Leave a comment. And until next time, this is Smugsy Girl signing off. Take care.